Hey, welcome to the first Albany Beer Crafters video. We're at Aaron's house doing an all-grain homebrew here in his basement. I've only done kits extracts, so you're gonna have to, talk us through what's all this equipment for and what's it do.
All right, so I have a 3-vessel system here, and on the top, this is my hot liquor tank where I just put water in it and heat it up. This is my mash tun. So this is where I mix the grains with heated water to make wort, which is basically what the yeast is gonna eat. And then this is my boil kettle down here. And this is where I sterilize the wort and precipitate some of the proteins and byproducts of the conversion that happens in the mash tun. Yeah, so right now we're heating some water in here, getting ready to...
is this your thermometer?
Yeah, this is a thermometer that tells me the temperature of the water.
140.
And then I have the water recirculating through a pump, and that just kind of keeps everything in there regulated. The temperature throughout's about the same.
Yeah, we're doing propane indoors.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell my landlord.
He's over there. These are old Anheuser-Busch kegs that you got at a scrap yard or something.
Yeah.
And then while we're waiting on the water, we're gonna go mill the grain. Yeah. Is that just regular water?
Yeah, this is just regular water, and like I said, this just makes the husks more pliable. So when they go through the mill, it's gonna be actually.
How'd you rig that up? It's just like a hand drill with a.
Yeah. You can't really see it, but it's a box mill that has 2 rollers.
Yeah.
And this is driving just one of the rollers on there. So it spins the roller, and then the other one's just free flowing. So when the grain goes into the gap, it just causes both of them to move. You can see how the husks are largely still intact, but they've been like cracked open. So like this is a good example right here. See the husk material, it's not shredded totally, but it's allowed access to the starch that's inside, So compared to this is when it's all sealed up still. So.
All right, so we got, how many total gallons are you brewing with?
Today, about 17.
You can expect to get yield about 10 gallons.
Yeah,
total.
We're brewing with 17.75, and yeah, I'm looking to get 10 gallons of finished beer. So 11 gallons in carboys, and then a gallon that'll just go to like lost to yeast and trub and stuff. Yeah,
and even though it says polar Arctic water on here, it's actually reverse osmosis water that, like, you took regular water and brought it to the co-op, and they run it through a reverse osmosis.
They just have a machine that runs the tap water from Albany.
Yeah.
They have a reverse osmosis machine, so it just spits out reverse osmosis water. Yeah.
Right. And then
so I just take empty.
But you got some chemicals here to add some minerals, gypsum and
some chalk, some gypsum, some Epsom salts.
Not OxyClean.
Some calcium chloride. No OxyClean. No, this isn't.
All right, it's time to actually get the brewing started. Now you're gonna fit both buckets in here at the same time, or just one at a time?
Yep, it's all going in. The only reason I used 2 buckets over there was because I didn't have room in one bucket for it.
This is like steeping grains, right?
No, this is the base malt too. So this is all the grains. It's not just the steeping grains, but there are steeping grains in here.
Right.
So if you're extract brewing, steeping grains are just like your crystal grains, anything you want to add on top of your base malt just to add more flavor, malt flavors.
Yeah.
But here we just mix them. You just mix them all together. Sometimes if I'm doing a darker beer, I'll separate my roasted malts, the really dark stuff, from my lighter malts and add in the roast malts later. But since we're going light today, there's really no need to do that.
You've been mashing about what, between 140 and 150 for like 2 hours now. And in the top pot up here, we're just getting some water up to. How high do you want to get this water up to?
Probably about 175.
175. It says 156, so you're almost there. And that's what you'll use to sparge this. And then you go into the bottom pot down here for the boil. Alright, we're commencing sparging.
Actually, at this point, we're just moving the wort that's in here into there, and then I'm just gonna batch sparge. So I'll just drain this hot water in here, and we'll recirculate it for a little while to get some more of the sugars out of the grain, some of the sugars that are remaining in the grain.
Yep.
And then we'll just transfer that into the kettle as well. And then we'll have our wort ready to go, and we'll just have to boil it.
Awesome. We got a 90-minute boil time on here, and we'll add hops in like 70 minutes or so. What varieties of hops are you using?
Oh, you know what? We should add hops at 60 minutes. And I'm using Hallertauer just to bitter it with, and then that's just to give it a base. Just a little...
That's the hops I use in my Hefeweizen.
Yeah, and then I'm doing the back end with Citra.
Yeah.
Because I really want to bring out like some of the more tropical flavors of the saison, and I'm planning on pairing half of it with the Brett Clauseni yeast. Which
I like that.
Throws tropical flavors out.
Are you going for like a fruit juicy flavor on this, or more dry?
Dry and
champagne-like saison.
Yeah, like a dry and champagne-like. But I like the hop. I like mixing the hop with the yeast esters in saison, so that's kind of what I'm going for.
All right, 20 minutes till flame out. Aaron's adding. There's 3. How many ounces are these? 1 ounce. So there's 3 1-ounce packets of Citra hops. 20 minutes till flame out. Adding 1 now. And then when's the next 2?
5 minutes and then 0 minutes at flame out. So.
Cool. Alright, we're just about to wrap up here. Aaron's got his wort chiller in here. There's only about a minute or 2 left till flame out. As you can see, it's got a hose going from his sink to the wort chiller. It'll pump cold water in, and the hot water will come back out into the sink. And we had another bag of hops at the flame out. So, and you said you're not going to actually pitch the yeast until tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll just. And the main reason is because my chiller won't get it down to the temperatures I want it to get down to. So I'll throw it in my fermentation chamber and let it drop overnight. It's going to be sterile anyway.
Yeah.
So
there's
yeah.
The carboys down there.
Yeah, I'll just pitch the yeast tomorrow morning when I get up. Split it between the 10 gallons, both of the carboys, and let it go to town. This yeast, I like to let it rise up a lot too. So I'll start it out at like 68 degrees.
Got it down there.
And then by the time it's done, it'll be up around 87 degrees or so. And that'll really cause it to throw off some really interesting flavors, some of the esters that you're used to from saison yeasts.
Alright, cool. So thanks for showing us how you do an all-grain brew.
Yeah, sure.
And thanks for watching the first video on Albany Brewcrafters. And we'll try to have some more for you. So, thanks for watching. Bye.